Here with us to discuss Border Commerce and Security Council Chairman and former Special Assistant to the DHS Undersecretary of Intelligence, Nelson Balido. Also with us, former Acting Secretary at the Department of Homeland Security, and Newsmax contributor Chad Wolf. Thank you, gentlemen, so much for joining us. Nelson, let's start off with you first. Not only is Joe Biden, the regime, releasing terrorists into the United States, we're talking about illegals who commit a multitude of crimes or simply being allowed to walk free thanks to Democrat judges. Here in New York City alone, a group of them, one of them was charged with attempted murder a year before, and he was walking free. The judge let 6 of the 8 illegals out. What do you think is going on? Is Biden willfully trying to destroy this country?
Look, I think Biden's just simply not doing anything to protect this country, and it's getting worse. The issue that you have with those individuals is sure it's something that we have to take a look at and we need to see. But the real issue is how many other people are out there that are getting away through our ports of entries, or in between the ports of entries, meaning 15, 20, 25% of the people that are not only not going through the CBP-1 app, but they're certainly not getting apprehended either. They're just getting through. And some of these people that you're talking about are just simply getting through. They're second, third-time violations in the sense of entering our country, creating havoc, because they would never be able to qualify for asylum or any of those things, and they'd be immediately returned back. So that's the things that we got to be worried about, is how many people are we really missing with serious backgrounds that are similar to the folks that you just mentioned that we have to be worried about in this country.
And we saw that those illegal aliens, they also had illegal guns, right? I mean, how many more of them are out there that have guns, and they could rise up? You know, Chad, we're talking about these, the Gottaways, people we don't know. We know of at least 10 million, but God only knows how many more got in. 2 million since Joe Biden took office, including, let's take a look at this, one guy, a rapist. He's a known rapist who was deported, and then he made his way back into the country. This is a failed policy. It's hard to kind of fathom how the president of the United States can use our taxpayer dollars to destroy this nation.
Well, that's exactly right. Look, this is the policy of the administration for over 3 years now. They know all of these numbers that you cited. They have them at their fingertips, and yet they don't change their policy. So there's obviously criminals getting through. There's national security threats, and there's certainly the Gottaways that we see. So all of these give us grave concern because we know the consequences of what happens, whether it's unfortunate incidents like Laken Riley and others, or it's more national security related incidents likely to come. What we know is that individuals are using now more than ever to get across that southern border, because the odds are they either won't be apprehended or they will be released. If they are apprehended, either way, they get to remain here in the United States, which is their ultimate goal.
And Nelson, I want you guys to take a look at this recent poll from the Associated Press. 53% of Americans believe that the U.S. should limit the number of migrants, illegal aliens, who can seek asylum. 64% believe we need more border agents. So my question is, if most Americans see that our border security is not up to par, it's not working, it's a fiscal crisis, it's a humanitarian crisis at this point, why does anyone vote for a Democrat? Why continue to vote for these policies?
Well, I'll tell you, it's unfortunate. You shouldn't continue to vote for these policies, and enough's enough. You have the issues when you have these people that are flowing over our border at a nonstop. It's border gone wild. That's why people are starting to say enough is enough, and we need more. The asylum issue, well, look, those are for the people that you actually catch. Again, what are the other millions that are getting through that were never caught? And those are the ones we have to worry about. You got to remember, Nicaragua, Cuba, Venezuela, these other countries, they don't share information with Border Patrol, the Department of Homeland Security. So are they emptying their jails? What's their backgrounds? Are they tied to organized crime? We never know for those that actually get caught and we actually process. And again, most of them, about 20% of the people, get through without any type of check or anything, and they get lost in America until they commit a crime, and we see what happens after that.
Oh, my goodness. And, Chad, we have about a minute left, but I want to get to this story. New data now showing that 300,000 illegals have been flown into the Sunshine State of Florida on the taxpayer's dime. Governor DeSantis, he knew nothing about this. Again, how can Joe Biden just unilaterally just do this? I don't understand, and use our money to accomplish his ultimate goal here of, world domination, it feels like.
Well, it's certainly unprecedented. And what those flights represent is his unlawful use of the parole authority. And so he is paroling individuals from Haiti, Cuba, Nicaragua, and Venezuela into this country at amounts and numbers that we have never seen before. And he's flying them in. So at the same time that you have hundreds of thousands and millions of individuals coming across that southern border, the land border, you also have in the air right above them flights coming in from Central and South America, paroling individuals in. And once you parole them in, they do not qualify for asylum. You are essentially saying they don't qualify. And so I'm going to use a different authority, which, again, I believe he got impeached for. The secretary did because of its unlawful use. And that's what we see today. It's unprecedented. We've never seen this before. And those numbers bear out.
Gentlemen, we have to leave it right there. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much.